What up, buddy bags? BDG reviews here. I had a bit of a hard time coming up with something to review this week. I just couldn't think of what to do, so I decided to fall back on a series that I have loved since I first heard about it. So I'm actually going to cover the entire trilogy. So you won't get super in-depth into each one, but I'm going to give you a good overview, and that is the Fear Footage trilogy. All three of these movies were all made by the same guy. Can't remember what his name is. They're all found footage, and the basic plot of the first movie is you get this cop. So someone calls the cops and says, there's this house. There's this house here, and this thing burned down years ago, and now it's back. So it's a strange situation. This place should be an empty lot, but now there's a house there. So this cop comes along, and he goes in and he starts investigating everything. He's looking through. He ends up finding a videotape. It says on it, the Fear Footage. So he puts it in, he watches it, and essentially it's an anthology film, all found footage, and it's all, just all around creepy stuff. I will say, I've said before, I'll say again, this is easily probably the scariest movie in the past 10 years. And, I'm a horror fan, so that kind of says something when a horror fan tells you that. Also, these are all made, I don't know whether they're made on demand, but, when you open it up, it's you get, a disc, and then you get, an evidence bag, and, all this, other stuff, a missing poster for, the cop, because he goes missing, and you get, a letter type thing with all, blood on it and everything. It's kind of neat. So, this came out, and I think it was 2019, I want to say. I don't know. But, a really solid movie, and I completely fell in love with this movie. So, fast forward a little bit later, and we got a sequel, which is, damn cool. So we come to the Fear Footage 2, Curse of the Tape. And this, like the original, just a plain disc. It comes with, a blood-splattered map of, Dark Bluff County where it takes place. And it also comes in this little, evidence bag. I'll just leave that there for a sec. Yeah, so, it's kind of cool. I dig this, almost like viral marketing, I guess you could say. What this does, which is kind of interesting, it follows some of the actors from the first movie, but they're not the same characters. They're, you follow one guy, and it's he's seen this footage, and he's on the footage, and he's why am I on this footage? What's going on here? So, they go to check out where it came from, and it's just more good stuff, like the first Fear Footage. Really solid movie, and honestly, a really good sequel. Then we come to the Fear Footage 3 a.m. This one goes a bit different, and you got this guy, he's one of these urban explorer guys, and he goes searching stuff out. Again, just a white disc, and you get another missing poster. This one for the guy from this movie. This one isn't as good, I feel. Uh, I guess the thing is, when you have like stuff like, you know, it's like found footage, you need a way to keep it going and keeping it relevant, you know. And this works to a point, but I don't know. This just isn't as good. There's still some creepy stuff in it. Uh, this director like definitely knows how to do found footage, and he definitely knows how to tell a good little story. But honestly, this one I always think feels like the lesser of the series. So when it comes to ratings for these, one thing I got to say though about Fear Footage 1, I love this movie, but there is some CG snow at one point, or is it rain? Might be rain or snow, snow or rain, one or the other. Um, it's very blatantly CG, and it's a bit, it takes you out of it a little bit. But when you think, this like independent film, there was no huge budget or whatever. I can forgive that, but people other than myself have made mention of, the cheesy CGI rain or snow or whatever it was. I think it was rain. It's only in one scene, but it's still, this is a complete S-class film. I love it. I've told you before, if you've watched my reviews, my use of S-class is a bit different. It doesn't necessarily have to be the greatest made movie, but it has to have an impact and a lasting enjoyment factor. And I loved the first Fear Footage. I could watch this time and time again. Like I said, one of the scariest films of the past 10 years, easily. Fear Footage 2, honestly, gets a 9 out of 10. It's a good flick. There's a lot of creepy imagery in it, and it's just fun. It's not as good as Fear Footage 1, but then again, it's kind of like catching lightning in a bottle. It's kind of hard to replicate. Fear Footage 3 gets like an 8 out of 10. It's still good, but it's definitely the weakest of the series. As a whole, though, I would definitely recommend buying this series. As you can see, I got them on Blu-ray. You can get them all from there, fearfootage.com. Come directly from the guys that made it, and it's just really good independent cinema. And this is the sort of stuff that when you see, like them coming out with like the 37th like Paranormal Activity movie, you kind of think to yourself like, why don't they just get someone like this to do something a bit different and see what you could get? Because honestly, if you were to give this guy like the budget of like a Paranormal Activity, you would have something very special. I honestly believe that. So yeah, all in all, S-Class, 9, 8. Definitely pick them up. You can get them. They're relatively cheap. I think they're under $20 for each one on the Fear Footage website. So I definitely recommend them. And the little bonuses you get as well, the evidence bags and everything. It's just a kind of a neat. It's a gimmick, but it's fun, So yeah, that's it for me. See you next time.